Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kayla, Crafty Pen Pal Mama. So I wanted to come on and show you guys a few things that I created with some dies. So this is a project share for, and I still don't know if I'm saying it right, Livescraft or Lifescraft. It'll be linked in the description either way. So I wanted to share with you, I showed the Halloween web die, before the card I made, as well as the quilted looking one that I did with embroidery thread. I will link that video as well if you guys want to go check it out if you've not seen it already. So this one, the first die I want to share is this little cart. So I showed that, and it comes with these little flowers to kind of sit in the window here, and then you have this piece. I'm thinking it's to make a little sign right here. Of course, I did it different. I actually didn't use the flowers this time. I will, for spring projects. But when I got this and was working on it, I was more in the Christmas winter mood. So, let me show you what I created. So, this is what I went with. Love it. So I did, I cut it out multiple times to give it some, thicker, some sturdiness. So the top piece, as you see, you don't get layering dies, layering pieces, but you can layer, by paper piecing. So I cut the top out in 2 different papers and then alternated those papers for my top piece there, for like the little roof. I did it also in craft brown, like just craft paper, to give the little bars, like it's made out of wood maybe. And then the tires are made out of that as well. And I just went in with detail, with a pen to detail the little tires. You can see on the die, it gives you all the little lines. And I was curious if it was going to cut out. And I don't know if it's because of the thick craft board is why it didn't cut out, or if it's just supposed to emboss. So I just went along the lines with a black pen. I did the centers here with these cute little bell brads. I love the way it came out. Let's see. Yeah, you can hear it. Love it. So, and then I cut out again for this piece here. I wanted it to be some kind of little cart that you buy things from, like coffee or donuts, something like that for Christmas. But going through my dies, I didn't have the right size. Like they were, the proportion wasn't right. So it would have looked funny. But I did have these little bags, this little shopping bag die. So I thought, okay, I will, put that on there. Orders are ready, for what people wanted. So put the little bear in there instead of a person. A little advertising sign there. I just did some trim and a Let It Snow banner, and there's a little snowflake, little pink snowflake there. And I used an ephemera piece from the collection I used to embellish there. I may add a dangle here or here. I'm not sure, but I did think of going back in with, if I can cut it tiny enough. Usually, little gift bags and shopping bags have tissue paper in it. So I thought about cutting some tiny little pieces of actual tissue paper and stuffing them down into the bags to make it look, like a real, like a bag with a gift in it or something. Maybe they did personal, gift wrapping and that's what's ready for the customer. So there's just an acetate snowflake layered there. And I didn't want to cover it up too much. I didn't want to take away from the fact that it's like a little shopping cart. So yeah, and their example showed it was like flowers for sale on a card. And I did want to mention, their example shows, I think, this hanging off the card. So it would be a large card if you put this on the front of a card. So I'm going to measure from this piece to the other side. So that little tail or hitch piece all the way across is 5 inches. So obviously a 4x6, it would hang off a little bit. But sometimes we do that on purpose. And then it's like 5 3/8 of an inch tall. Yeah. So it can go on the front of a card, but it's quite large. I thought it would be cute as, you know, when I wrap something up, put it on there and tie my ribbon, tuck it in. You know, you could do, I did vellum on my back piece, but you could always do a solid paper, you know, and it could be a large tag, and you could put to and from on it. So yeah, that's what I created with that die. I'm really happy with how it came out. I can't wait to use it for some spring projects or like carnival themed projects as well. So there's that one. And then the next one I played with is this flower die. So it has this flower with these embossing or cuts, decorative cuts, a plain one, a little centerpiece. You get your leaves sticking out, and it's got a little arrow that's so cute. And then this little piece here. And I thought, the flower and this, you know, what could I do? So I ended up creating some little flower embellishments. These are included in an album I created, so I have popped them out to show you guys. So this is what I did. You can see I used the flower, the center. Oh, there's the leaves, and let's see. You can kind of see this little scalloped piece here. I cut out of a wood grain type paper, so it is back there under the leaves. It got covered up. So yeah, I used a ruffle die that I have to put behind it. A little glue dot, sorry. So yeah, I just used a newer collection I had to cut out the flowers, layered them, put an enamel dot in the middle of that little centerpiece there, and turned it into a little embellishment. I did white behind the gold leaves to give it a little bit more dimension there. And here's the other one. I did it in the opposite direction. So you can kind of see there that little wood grain scallop piece on the back. I need to cover that where it tore. So yeah, I did the flower, and the paper is like, the design on this paper was glitter. So it's not real glitter, but it's like the pattern of glitter. So if I had done a plain color, you'd be able to see those little cutouts again from this die. You can kind of see them there when you look up close. And again, I layered the, the leaves there with the white on the back. Same here with the enamel dot in the middle. So yeah, two little matching embellishments. And this was using a winter collection. So yeah, these are going to be fun with tons of other collections, whether you use it for spring or summer. They're going to be super fun to play with for different times of the year. So yeah, that is my project shares for these dies. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will have the videos linked, as I mentioned, and the dies or the links to the dies if you guys are interested. And yeah, all the information will be in the description box.